host along with Bob Friedenthal. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
We're going to talk. We've already talked about AI, but also in the context of giving and receiving referrals to grow our businesses. So we're going to also take a minute per person to introduce themselves, and if you have any particular asks, this is the perfect opportunity to do so. And I'll kick it off. I'm Scott Harrell. My business is Lifetree Prosperity. I'm a financial advisor and business consultant. I work with small business to help them reduce their overhead expenses, and also with executive employee benefits, and also people who have insurance needs such as life, health, long-term care, and Medicare. Based in Long Beach, I can work everywhere, and I'm proud to be your co-host, along with our Chief of Operations, Bob Friedenthal. Good morning, Bob.
Hey there. How is everybody? Happy Friday.
Great.
So, yeah, I'm really trying to hype up, by the way. I'm a LinkedIn consultant, but I do other things. I'm a social media consultant. And I keep going back year after year, month after month, and researching. I just did it yesterday, I think it was, or the day before. I researched what, most people get a lot their new business by referrals. And I've been on this venture for 20, 25, probably 25 years at least. And when you go back and do the research over and over again, and it's showing you that referrals are essential for your business, why would you not do that? So that's what this group meeting is about, is making sure that we refer to each other. And you should have, if you attended the meeting last week, you should have received an invitation or some documents on either you can submit a referral through mycity.com, or let me know if you received the document from me or not. Just maybe put it in the chat, and then we'll follow up from there. But the key is, when you're known to give referrals, then everybody wants to be your best friend. They want to rub shoulders with you, right? You think everybody agree with that?
You bet.
Absolutely.
Okay. So this is you've got the AI, you've got all these things happening, but still comes down to your best form of new business comes from referrals. Now, if anybody disagrees with that, I'd love to hear something.
I think that's why we're all here.
Okay. Good.
Besides the great jokes from Russell and others. So. All righty. We'll get back to that after our introductions, Bob, because I think you're...
Sure. Absolutely.
You made some strides with referral software, and you have some programs you might want to talk about as well. So
okay, sounds good.
All right, and next up, Roy Dicken. Good morning, Roy.
Good morning. Yeah, we were talking earlier about AI. I guess everybody's talking pretty much about AI right now. And we have developed a method where companies can get found. Well, they can get the leads that they want, which used to be that you had to use SEO pretty much to get leads on the internet. But we have developed a method where you can get instant leads on demand. And these are really high quality leads. So when you send an email out to them, 99% of the time it gets received, and you can start the process of developing that relationship and creating a new customer. So it's called Conversion Alchemy, and it's really great to receive the leads, but if you don't know what to do with them, you're really leaving a lot of money on the table. And so Betty Withrow works with me to develop your funnel and help you get your messages in these emails to them. And then if you want to talk on the phone and things like that after that, that's fine. But together we have developed a process that develops new customers that provide lifetime income for you. So that's what we do. It's called Conversion Alchemy.
Awesome. Who doesn't love lifetime income? That's part of the goals that I try to help my clients achieve.
Yes.
Thank you, Roy. And also, as a reminder, if you haven't yet done so, please put your contact info in the chat, including your LinkedIn address. And if you want to schedule one-on-ones with folks that are in the room, we'd love to promote that. And we've already heard some great things from Tracy Tanner. Tell us some more, Tracy. 1 minute. There you go. Unmute.
Hello, I'm Tracy Tanner, and some of you have already heard my what I was talking about earlier, but essentially I'm a tech exec from looking at and experience in all aspects of supply chain with different companies in typically a sales and marketing role, but making sure that operations is also implemented in looking at operational efficiencies. So if any of you, I'm in the process of searching for a new role. If any of you know of anybody that company or can connect me to somebody who is in that space, I really would like to work with a company that's in leading edge like AI or something of that nature. Okay, so I wanted to just say the last time this is only the second meeting I think I've been at. The last time, or maybe third, but the first one I came to, nevertheless, there were two people I said I was going to follow up with, and I don't know who those were. I think one gentleman's name was Bill, and I'll help people. I've got contacts and I really want to help. So let me know if you're out there and I'll follow up and give you the contacts. And that is all. I wanted to make sure I followed up with that because I committed and I will follow up.
Well, Bill was here a minute ago, but he said he had to leave because a client called.
Okay, then there was a second
Okay.
gentleman too.
So that's Bill Schweber.
Yeah.
Are you capturing the chat, Tracy? Because you'll be able to get everybody's LinkedIn and other information there if you do.
Okay, I'll double check. I think I do have a copy of it.
Yeah, and it's probably Bill's probably in there again today.
Okay. Thank you.
And if you have any questions, I can also supply you with contact information.
All right. Thank you, Bob.
You got it.
Tracy, it just occurred to me that I have a contact in the Newport Beach Chamber who works with placing people. So,
Oh, that would be great because I haven't been able to connect with a lot of recruiters right now. And I've tried and I've filled out forms on websites, but nobody returns.
oh well, you can have a conversation. That'll probably be a lot more.
Exactly.
Tracy, out of interest, would the gaming industry be of interest to you? I'm, a recruiter that's in the gaming industry, but not necessarily AI focused, but I'm sure that's part of.
Well, it could be, yes. I would entertain that idea. Thank you, Phil.
I have a small independent recruiter that you might want to talk to.
As long as they also would like someone that doesn't really hasn't been in the gaming industry. That's one thing that I've noticed when I've looked at opportunities in the gaming industry. And I don't really play the games a lot, that kind of thing. So they want someone passionate in that industry. So I will have the conversation, but we'd have to qualify that for them.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, look at that power of referrals at work.
No, I really appreciate it. I think one last thing, and I know I've gone over, but I think it's for everybody to note. I have a really close group I work with, and one gentleman I didn't really know of, about 50 people on the call. And when I mentioned and presented myself and I said, I'm open to permanent or also fractional or interim positions, the comment, and no one agreed with him, but the comment was, I'm using this as like a learning for all of us, just more than anything. I'm not complaining or judging or anything, but the comment was that, you know, I presented myself in a way that I would look at interim or fractional, but if I do that, it looks like I would jump ship if I got a permanent position. And that's not true at all. Number one, I'm just open to all working arrangements. And number two, and more importantly, the environment today is such that you have to be that adaptable and flexible in your working arrangement.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think,
you just got laid off. I mean, there's no loyalty to the people, so, but they
Right.
expect you to be.
yeah,
That's a little, yeah, that's definitely not a step, but.
Yeah.
We've all experienced that to varying degrees, and including my friend Debbie Voris, who's up next. Good morning, Debbie.
Well, it's not part of my commercial, but being an independent contractor is not bad. You gotta get paid quite a bit. Anyways, I am Debbie, your certified holistic health coach. I revitalize people's lives by helping them identify the root causes of their health issues and create custom natural holistic strategy to address some areas of mind, body, and soul. And recently, I just had Maury on my show yesterday, and we had a great episode. So you guys need to check it out on Debbie Changes Lives on my YouTube channel. And so I have a radio and TV show where I have people that can be guests who are in the areas of mind, body, and soul. I also have that Zyto scan, which has that AI component. Is what it is the transdermal optical imaging app that you scan your face for 30 seconds, only looking at blood flow. And it finds components of emotional, energetic, and functional in different areas. And I read the report out to you. I'm looking for referrals. So if you know of anybody who wants to improve their health, contact me, because I can certainly give them many different options to optimize their health and mind.
Thank you, Debbie.
Mm-hmm.
And the very handsome Phil Wolfstein, looks like he got his ears lowered. Looking good, Phil. Good morning, sir.
Well, that's because I got a haircut. Anyway, good morning, everyone. Yeah, Phil Wolfstein with Zoom Business Brokers. I'm a certified business broker. And what I do is I help business owners find qualified buyers for their business. And that's a very entrepreneur, business owner, seller to prepare and actually make a commitment to list and sell a business is a big deal, emotionally, financially. Maybe one of the biggest ones that he or she or the partners are going to make in their life. And so navigating that process, and it is a process, typically 7 to 9 months. Just closed escrow on a business from listing until close, little over 7 months. That's not unusual at all. That was about 2.5 years in preparation, right, before the listing and the sale. So working with professionals like we have in this call with HR, with Russell, with Burke Franklin, with Scott, with all of the professionals that we have, helping business owners prepare, get ready to sell. So when the time comes that we're going to list and go to market, we can help that business owner seller get the value that they deserve, the goodwill that they deserve out of the business. That's what I do.
And you do a fantastic job. We're so grateful to have you here, Phil. Thank you. Next up, first time I've seen you, sir, Derek Hendricks. Good morning.
Aloha Friday, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for letting me be here, Mr. Bob. My name is Derek Hendricks. I hail out of a little town called the Durango here in Colorado. I am a business finance specialist who is dedicated to empowering small companies through strategic financial solutions. My expertise really lies in with introducing you to like top tier banks, exclusive relationship manager, offering tailored financial benefits to your needs. These include like 0% interest credit cards that are on your business for 18 months, access to cash, lines of credit, terms loan. These business lines of credit do not actually show up on your personal credit, so it really opens up a whole new avenue of buying power. Additionally, I do business purpose mortgage loans, which can enhance your financial leverage by offering favorable tax considerations by protecting your personal assets. These are really my niches. My exclusive partnerships basically allows me to give these tools to share with my clients to help smooth out cash flow, seizing growth opportunities, maybe enduring some weather, some storms when they happen. And it's really about building long-term relationships, like the last gentleman was just talking about. It takes time to get this stuff up and going. And truly, it's about helping people build those small business, relationship with banks so they actually have access to cash. That's pretty much what I do.
Fantastic. And did you have a conversation with Bob, or was it through LinkedIn? I'm just curious.
I've known Bob for probably 6 or 7 years, maybe 8 or 9. I don't even know at this stage in time. It's been a long time, and we've done some business together over the years. And he just happened to reach out and say hello the other day. We started chatting, just laughed, had a good time, remembered how much we enjoyed each other's company, and now here we are.
Well, that's great. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
And I can't see it right now myself, but I'm trusting that you put your contact info in the chat, and I would encourage
I do.
everyone to schedule a one-on-one with Derek. Great to have you here.
Thank you. Yeah, I will definitely make that happen. I'll get that put together right now. Thank you.
All right. Super. And next, our specialist, Russell Lookadoo.
I don't know.
Take it away.
Yeah, well, thank you there, Scott. Good to be here. It's always better to be seen than viewed, don't you think? I am Russell Lookadoo, the HR guy for small business. My company's H Architecture, and I align the owner's team with their dream. Because entrepreneurs go into business because they have a passion or a story or something they think they have a solution. Then they get successful, and they hire people, and then they go, I. And when you see that with a business owner, call the HR guy. Working right now with a client, I coach 15 of their supervisors or team leads for this company. And I've given each of them an assessment. You guys remember I talked before about the behavioral assessment that I do, but this is an emotional intelligence assessment. And I'm working with each of them to improve their emotional intelligence, which is a pretty fascinating field. We'd love to talk to you about it. Reach out and let's help each other find business. I appreciate being in the group.
That is indeed a fantastic, really interesting subject, emotional intelligence. So I'm going to have to reconnect with you, Russ. Thank you. Okay. The other half of Roy, but the better half, no doubt, Betty Withrow. Good morning, Betty.
I don't know that I'm the other half of Roy. Roy's a pretty expansive personality, but thanks, Scott.
We love Roy, and we love you too.
Thank you. Yeah, I do work with Roy on content development for funnels, and everything that I write or create is designed to be repurposed. So it may appear in one iteration as a blog, another one as an article. Sometimes we take a whole bunch of articles and put them together into a book, like what I have been doing with Paul and his material. They're very prolific, Paul. Anyway, so I provide writing support for authors in the form of coaching and editing and ghostwriting. Ghostwriting a few pieces right now, full-length books, and video scripting. Anything that involves the art of communication is really where I love to be. And, I'm going to circle back to the idea of working with Roy, because what Roy's got going on is absolutely terrific. And we're running some pretty interesting campaigns right now, assembling case studies. And I love this group. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thanks, Betty.
Thank you.
Glad to have you here. Is there a question? I thought I heard someone about to ask Betty a question, but I also wanted to mention that Betty and Roy both post frequently on LinkedIn. They have a show, and what is that, 1:30 Pacific on Fridays? Is that correct?
Well, it's at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
I think it's based on our team conversation. It's going to be at 2, and I'm going to be with a client, but it's usually at 1. Yeah. So
Definitely worth checking out, as well as your Facebook posts. Really good stuff, Betty. Thank you.
thank you, Scott.
And next up, we got a marketing superstar who can help you with technology. Linda Blair. Good morning, Linda.
Good morning, Linda Blair from Orange County, California. I'm a certified premier partner with Google, and I specialize in internet marketing and business CRM called, it's an AI software called Thrive Business Center. So with this technology, what we do is we take multiple platforms and integrate them into one dashboard. And we offer, it comes with 24/7 hands-on support. So we also help build your digital database, get your Google profile updated or created and pushed out to over 60 different citation sites. So you can get found by people who are searching for your industry. Good referrals are business owners who need help coming up with content for social media. We create custom social media posts and consolidate all your platforms into one easy place. So your Facebook, your LinkedIn business page, your LinkedIn personal, Twitter, TikTok, Google My Business, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, all in one place. This helps monitor all the comments and shows all the analytics. One other feature is the CRM. Do you need a place to push those funnels out to all those leads and clients? If you know anybody that needs help, send it my way. Thank you.
Thanks, Linda. Yeah, I see a lot of opportunities for symbiosis between what Roy and Betty are doing and what you do. And wow,
Betty
let's make
writes
some money.
it. Roy gets the leads and we push it out. And so you stay connected to people 100% of the time, you know,
Yeah.
so those, you know, whether it's promotions or blogs or press releases, whatever, you stay connected with people, you know, and they get to see you over and over again, whether it's once a month, you know, every other month, special occasions, things like that.
Have any of you looked at the companies that support entrepreneurs? So Samsung has a group called Samsung Next, N-E-X-T. It's all sort of one word. And they have a cohort of entrepreneurs that they work with all the time. And entrepreneurs are a great place to help them in that effort when sometimes they don't have, you know, they don't want to bring on somebody, but they want to outsource or what have you. I don't know, just a thought.
Yeah.
Cool. All righty. Next up, a guy who does so many things for his clients in real estate, David T. Good morning, David.
Happy Friday, everyone. David T here with Coldwell Banker, the realtor for you and your clients. This week, I took myself out to the Inland Empire and did an open house for a colleague of mine and found out that there are, you know, younger families that, you know, bought during the pandemic years and they're struggling with the new interest rates now, meaning they have outgrown their home, but looking to upsize and get an additional bedroom and bathroom. We do have some programs with our sister lender company, and I also have my buddy here, Jacob, that we can lean on. But it looks like the buyers are out there and they're ready to upsize in terms of their family home. But also, I met with an older client who has some deferred maintenance on her property. And here at Coldwell Banker, we have our Revitalize program that can allow the client to borrow up to $50,000 to zhuzh up their property so that they can get the top sales price for their home. So I'm currently doing a valuation for that client. If there's any questions or you happen to have a client that's looking to sell their property but want to maximize on revenue, I'd love to chat with them. David T with Coldwell Banker here in Greater LA and Southern California. Happy Friday, everyone.
They're going to zhuzh up their property. What does that mean?
Just a little facelift, a little property Botox, per se.
Get rid of that
I probably need
carpet.
Betty to rewrite that word and take the zhuzhing.
Fatten up that cow for sale. That's it.
I love it.
I think it's a great word. We just need to push it out there, David. You sound like
A little zhuzhing.
a word
For
originator.
$50,000, we're giving you a brand new face and a roof, right?
I just put the spelling of it out on the chat.
May I ask you a seriously, may I ask a stupid question? The fact that the people sell the house, they probably have a lot of equity. Why can't they have people doing the work on the home and then pay and then have it financed at closing as part of the HUD, with the title company paying the difference, which would make it, which allows them to even do more, and maybe you don't even have to loan the 50,000 from. I mean, it's a nice way for you to bring people in. My hat's off to you. But
Yeah.
that might be a way for people need to do more than just this gives them that opportunity to achieve it.
You ever try to get a contractor to show up, let alone return your phone call? They're
I have the advantage because I have sources who have money for loans for contractors, so they will answer my phone call.
Right, but it's all about the cash. Yeah.
All you have to do is ask my fiance about my lovable sarcasm.
Well, yeah.
Wait, my wife. I forgot we were together so long. It's my wife. She'll tell you about my lovable sarcasm.
You know, we do have an awesome team, and that's why we capped the program at 50 grand. But yeah, I think Burke pretty much answered it. We've got a reliable team that we're comfortable with, that happen to have great contracts here in Southern California. But ultimately, it is a nationwide program that we connect with local vendors to do the work.
And that kind of ties in. Last week, I wanted to talk, I very briefly mentioned that ties into a UCC1, just what you're talking about. Any of these loans, whether it's going to be with Coldwell Banker or Moshe, what you're talking about is undoubtedly going to be secured with a UCC1 filing against the property. And that's fine to secure the lender's interest. Just ran into a situation where this actually held up an escrow for 10 days and threatened to have it fall out, is that the lender, when that loan's paid off, when it's satisfied, and at the end of the day, once that property's sold, a UCC3 has to be filed. The lender has to release their interest and their collateral in that property. If they don't do that, because in this case, one of the large banks, they sold, United Bank sold to US Bank, they didn't release the UCC3. Right, it just got lost in the shuffle. Well, when you actually go to escrow and you want to go ahead and close a deal, an SBA loan, and the lender, they have to have proof that loan was released, that the UCC3 was filed. And if it isn't, it holds up the whole parade. So if you take a loan and you do some of these things, make sure that once that loan's paid off and satisfied, that the lender releases that lien with the UCC3. For you and your clients.
For clarification purposes, I wasn't referring. I'm sorry, I wasn't referring to a loan like a second mortgage or anything like that, or an equity line. I was referring to more what they call mechanics lien. When contractors do work, they put a mechanics lien on the property, which then has to be paid off at the closing. Company can give what they call clean title to the property. So it's different than what you're talking about. But you are right. I've dealt with that plenty of times when I was in that career, with loans that were outstanding that people didn't know about, or people had assistance, and some of that assistance money had to be paid back, and it wasn't known until right before the end how much was going to take place. So I've had nightmares with that.
Yeah, plus some of the laws are different from state to state. But if you need help, I know someone who can assist with legal expertise. Corey Northington. Good morning, Corey. Are you there?
The big C on the screen.
Yeah. Okay, we'll come back to Corey because
I'm here.
There he is. Okay.
Oh, there he is.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm here. Hold on. Having a little bit of technical difficulty this morning, y'all.
There you are.
All right.
Good
morning. Corey, tell us about how Legal Shield might be able to assist people who have legal concerns with their real estate transactions.
Yeah, you might need to leave your image off or
and unmute.
Okay, there we go. Oh, fun times, I tell you. I mean, got to love technology. Hey, happy Friday to everybody. My name is Corey Northington. I am an independent associate of Legal Shield, PPLSI. So I help empower individuals, families, and small business owners with legal and identity theft needs. So whether you need documents and contracts reviewed, or you trying to talk to an attorney about some legal matters, so mine is a great alternative solution. It's a nationwide U.S. and Canadian-based service, so it's a right now benefit. So as y'all know, it's been around for over 50 years, so it's one of the premier providers of legal and identity theft needs. So, and here to serve, ready to help, and if y'all need the help, I left my information in the chat, so I'd be glad to set up any one-on-ones too. And with that, I just turn it back over to the group.
Awesome. Thank you, Corey. Next, gentleman who's new to me. Welcome, sir, Haas Gasemi.
Good morning, everybody.
Please introduce yourself and tell us who you'd like to meet.
Good morning, everybody. I don't know, do I need to? Okay. I'm happy to be here, part of this professional group. I just met Bob a couple of days ago via LinkedIn, and yesterday we had a conversation. He asked me to join the group, which I think it's a great group. I believe in referral a lot. Do commercial and SBA loans. I've been doing this for 25 years, and I've been a banker, broker for different banks. But right now, currently, I work for Convoy Capital, and the office is in El Segundo. I base in Woodland Hills, California. I live there, and I work from the home office, and sometimes I go to the office. I do loans for businesses, like SBA loans for the purchase or refinance, and commercial loans for apartment buildings, shopping centers, retail, industrial, office, medical, gas station, car wash, hotel, that nature of businesses, whether it's with the property or no property. And I have relationship with over 1,000 banks nationwide. And since there's no RESPA violation and I don't do any residential loans, so I can do nationwide loans anywhere in the US. So I'm happy to part of this group. I put my information in the chat, so you guys can contact me if you have any question.
Yeah,
Put it in
Haas,
already?
I should say I'm a great contact for you because almost most of the deals I'm involved in, you know, 500,000 to 20 million in sales, 5 to 50 employees. A lot of them involve FCBA 7A loans or 504 loans. So my information's in the chat there. Let's connect, and you know, I'm good contact for you as well as for Zoom business brokers. We got 13 business brokers. We all, you know, every deal involves some type of financing, especially SBA.
Absolutely. I would love to do that because I started joining LinkedIn and doing all these things because I'm old school. Every business that I received, it was through brokers and word of mouth. But these days with AIs and stuff, everybody is having so many choices. So it's making it a little different than what it was before. But all I was receiving up to now, I would say about a year ago, everything from the business brokers or realtors, commercial realtors. But now all of a sudden everything is changing, which is good. Technology is great, but then again, I need to keep myself updated and linked and connection and all these things. And I found this great group, and Bob introduced me, and he let me to be part of this group, and I'm so happy.
Oh, great to see you here. Yeah, no, it's all about relationships, you know,
Yeah,
getting
it's
to
all
know
about
each other. So
exactly.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right,
you,
thanks,
everybody.
Haas. Great to have you here. And next
Haas,
up,
can you put your information in again? Because I was delayed, so I came in later.
Oh, yeah, I put it in the chat.
When?
And Bob will also send us all the chat list in an email.
Oh, you will? Okay, that's
like he
fine.
does. Yeah.
Thank you. So I really like to look you up.
Thank you.
thanks, Shaylin. Next up, our business power tools specialist, Burke Franklin. Good morning, Burke.
Good morning, everyone. Burke Franklin up in, I was going to say sunny Santa Barbara, but it's not. Anyway, businesspowertools.com. It's an online platform. It's evolved from software from way back, but the templates have evolved all this time. So my main product is writing a business plan or a business growth plan or a roadmap, whatever you want to call it, if you don't want to use the word plan. The idea is, well, I'm serving, it's for people from startups to about 50 million in sales or to 50 employees. I'm working with a tiny home company out of Arizona doing 30 million. I'm helping them with a capital raise. And so I can go online and work with you directly and put together your financial model. And the whole idea is it's really in a financial model. The idea is to help you have a model that you can explain to a lender or to an investor. That's the hard part. Most people put together these horrible models that nobody can understand. And that's what the beauty of this is. And so it's all this, the business plan narrative, there's an employee handbook, there's a safety plan, there's a number of documents if you need to, send out press releases, I've got those. And it's a collection of do-it-yourself tools you can use, and it's very easy. I need to show it to you online. But take a look at businesspowertools.com as a brief video that'll show it to you.
I strongly recommend it.
Who said that?
I did.
Say it
I
again.
use Business Power Tools.
Oh, there you go. Well, what I was just saying is it's complication made simple.
It's
Yeah.
the only way to create it.
Fabulous resource, and it's an amazing presentation. I've had Burke taking the time to run me through that and several others, and I just love working. I've got some some young professionals, and it really, I think, helps to give them some insight into how to start a business or a plan, because a lot of times what they imagine starting a business is and what the reality is quite different. So it's very helpful that way.
They have no idea how complicated businesses get and all the things they're going to run into. They go, oh, that's not going to happen to me. I mean, imagine going down the yellow brick road. You've never seen a flying monkey or a wicked witch. You're in trouble. So this is all about that.
I love these analogies. All right. Thanks, Burke. Great to have you here. And next up, our friend from the Chicagoland, Jacob Bassett. Good morning, Jacob.
Good morning, everyone. I'm in Illinois. We're about 2 hours outside of Chicago, but we can lend nationwide. We are a small business and medium-sized business working capital company. We have direct relations with major banks and credit unions who provide the funds. That way we can offer an alternative route for not only the business owners, but as David T mentioned earlier, investors can also use our programs because they are based on the individual personal strength of qualifications. That way they have zero restrictions on the use of funds, no matter the industry, no matter if it's, for real estate or personal use. Technically, they can utilize our programs when and where needed. I look forward to, actually, I want to connect with Haas and Derek definitely after this meeting. Two new gentlemen to me, both in the financing. Maybe we can bounce some referrals back and forth, and we can see where it goes from there.
Great idea.
Jacob, just out of interest, I've got on a deal I'm working on right now, seller finance deal, 50% down, 50% seller carry for a precision machine shop, about somewhere around 800,000-900,000. Would you be, is something like that a fit for you in terms of a working capital line of credit? Let's say whether it's going to be used for inventory finance, receivable financing, is that something that would be a fit for you to talk about?
Yes, our more traditional, the line of credit, like you're thinking of where people want to use it as like a checkbook that they can write from, that program we have is almost impossible. The banks have made it almost impossible to qualify for. They want to see 5 years in business and then 2 years of business tax returns showing a 250K net each year. And that net value is the big killer because, what business owner, even if they're making $1 million, wants to pay the taxes on that? Usually they're writing off so that their net value is below that, which cuts out a lot of the qualifications. But as an alternative to the traditional line of credit, we do have revolving business credit cards that can be used similarly because they're revolving accounts open until the client chooses to close them. That would be just a matter of, can they utilize credit for what they're trying to purchase, supplies and things? Because not every vendor who is providing a product will allow credit to be used. So that would be the kind of gray area, I'd say, for can you utilize credit for that, or do you need cash? And that would just be our term loan program, which would be a set installment loan.
Good, thank you.
Jacob, if I may ask, what would be the range of interest in such a transaction? Just a range.
Yeah, right now with because we're all of our lenders are banks, so it's bank rates. We're seeing on average between about 10 to 16% right now. It's really dependent on the strength of their credit, and it's all uncollateralized.
Very good. Thank you.
Still, because a lot of consumer credit cards are, 25, almost 30% these days. It's nuts.
Yeah, the credit cards are definitely higher. The 10 to 16, I'd say, is more for the cash program, the term loan. Credit cards, I'd push that up to almost like, probably around 15 to 20%, right around there, because those are
That's good.
always much higher. It just really depends on the client's strength of their credit profile, and not just the score. You
Right.
can have a pretty good score and still have some negatives, late payments on there. But a clean, same score, say a 780 score with 0 negatives, is going to look much cleaner to lenders than a 780 score who has had some late payments in the past.
Yeah, but doesn't some of your credit cards have 0 interest for a certain period of time, so they don't have
Yes.
that 25%? That's what I thought. So don't
All of
scare
yeah.
them. Yeah, don't
Yeah, no,
don't.
you're right.
I happen to know enough because we've spent time together. So I don't want to scare people away from using it, knowing
Yeah,
that program.
yeah,
But
no.
just use it responsibly. I see Eileen, so I know I have to be careful how I say this because she's with Dave Ramsey. But if you're going to
Come
use it,
after your debt.
right, be responsible when you use it. Know that you can be able to pay it off before it's due, so that you don't have that concern. Because
Exactly, yeah.
if you don't pay it on time, then you get hit with the interest retroactively too, if I recall. So
Yes, so that Moshe made a very good point. All cards do have a 0% interest for the first 6 to 18 months.
Right.
Every client qualifies for that. It's just the length of that is determined by each lender, based on the strength of the client's credit. But as he mentioned again, using the normal credit card tactics of whatever balance you're accruing, not accruing something too high that you can't pay off per month. That way you can avoid that extra interest kicking in and really, really hiking up your monthly payments on a credit card.
Lots of great strategies. Thank you, Jacob. So Moshe, you're up next. Interesting guy who's, boy, so many different areas of expertise.
Backgrounds in finance. I got
Take it
into
away.
our company by accident. First of all, Ed Cincinnati is at a rehearsal lunch, so that's why he's not here. And we could all say congratulations when Dr. Lewis comes back, because his son's is getting his PhD, graduating from Columbia from Yale right now as we speak. So that's why he's not here today. My name is Moshe Math. I'm with Neurotrain Sciences. I'm a partner in the company. Our systems look similar to the massage chairs at the airport, but ours gives what they call sonic massage, using sound, light, and vibration, taking the mind and body through a voyage and relaxation through what they call brainwave entrainment. So brainwave entrainment is, I was at a conference where someone asked me, what does your system do? And I said to her, you see that glass of wine in your hand? And she said, yes. I said, our system does what that does without the calories and the after effects. I'll also say a good referral for me would be spas, because they can use our system before other modalities, which means that because they're relaxed physically, mentally, and emotionally, they'll get more out of those other modalities. The other area, and I have to follow up with the lead I received, is looking at colleges with sports for D1 schools in particular, because for sports recovery, to accelerate the sports recovery, both from hard practices as well as game time. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Moshe. Always great to have you here.
Or even semi-pro and professional sports too.
Yeah,
Moshe and I talked about that.
I appreciate it, but unfortunately, a lot of the pros they want you to give it to them because so that you can say that they have your system. And and unless I have names and can make something out of it, otherwise I'm following Chapter 11 bankruptcy, giving everything away. So.
Yeah, it's not like they don't make enough money already.
No, it's just
free, so come on. Welcome back, Eileen Dawson. Good to see you.
Good morning. I'm Eileen Dawson. I'm over on the East Coast, and I am a Ramsey money coach. And I work with individuals and couples in the area of personal finance. My specialty is working with debts and helping people through credit cards, vehicle loans, student loans, and any other personal loans that they might have. I also do group trainings for small businesses, for colleges, hospitals in the area of personal finance. So thanks for having me.
Okay. There, mic's off. Thank you so much, Eileen. Great to have you back.
And I just want to say I had a great one-on-one with Eileen a while ago. So go reach out to her.
As
Yeah,
did I, yes.
I could say the same thing. We had shared a one-on-one, which I got much out of.
Awesome. I just love this group. Thank you all for being here. Bob, I'm going to give you the floor. You want to talk about some changes you've made in the system, and love to talk more about how we should be dealing with referrals these days.
Yes, and by the way, a number of people did a testimonial on me, minute and a half roughly, and those testimonials have been viewed, not just, a YouTube video has to be seen from beginning to end for it to count as a view. Okay, I've seen well over 200 views of the video. So what my staff has been doing is sending out, first we do a post, then we will send it out individually to the clients, to the person's connections on LinkedIn. And you know what? It works. It's actually working very, very well. So, listen, this whole thing is all about your branding, right? If you're not pushing your brand out there, nobody's going to know about you. How are they going to get in touch with you? And I've said this week after week after week. When somebody finally has a need, if they don't remember you, they will go to the first person they do need that's in your industry. So it's always about keeping your brand out there. Also, we're really, really trying to document the people that are giving referrals, and we want to start publishing that. So everybody should have, most people here should have gotten a form from me. Did you get it? Let me ask you that. Anybody see the form?
Was that sent by text or by email, Bob?
It would have gone by Mycity. How did you send it out? Was it emailed? I think it was emailed.
When did you send it?
This within the week. Mycity, are you there?
I'll have to check.
Bob, I don't have it yet, so in case.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't have received it yet, but we're trying to formalize this somewhat like the BNI model, but not as stringent.
Hello. Yeah.
Did you send the email of the form that I had the other day that I gave to you? Send it out to the people in this group?
Testimonial form.
Pardon me?
Which form?
I sent it over as part of the Google Drive documents.
Okay. I have posted it in article LinkedIn post. I made the LinkedIn post.
Okay, do me a favor. Let's make sure because you can email. Most of these people are on our my Google Docs.
Okay.
So let's make sure that gets emailed to everybody. So if you're not going to do it online, having a manual form to fill it out, and then you can always email it, and we'll show it to mycityalerts@gmail.com.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't get it. I didn't get it either.
Okay, so yeah, it sounds.
I don't think I did as well.
Okay, so we'll make sure that gets out. Okay, Mycity?
Bob, I'm
Okay,
sure you have a
okay.
Mycity profile, right? In LinkedIn? Its own profile?
Yeah, you go to mycity.com.
You
can
mean
join it.
within LinkedIn?
She's asking, like, do you have a Mycity like business profile on LinkedIn separate from your Bob and Karen Freenthal page?
I'm pretty sure we do.
Because that's really, I mean, in my opinion, just a suggestion, that's a really good place to post that versus general LinkedIn. Because a lot of the groups that I work with, they do that. And anytime I'm like, oh, Rocket IT or Bill Ellermeyer Connection, whatever, I go to their particular LinkedIn profile for that group, and I could find any past information and that kind of thing.
Yeah, no, I know I have a group on LinkedIn for Mycity. But you could also, by the way, you can also go to mycity.com and join it for free. So there's
And we also have a Facebook group. It's the
right.
My City Networking Facebook group. We've got about, I think, just a little under 20 connections. So if you're on Facebook at all and you
I'm
haven't
not.
connected with us, please feel free. Yeah, we are leading with LinkedIn, but
Yeah.
a lot of people on Facebook.
That was a nice job on setting up that Facebook group. I get notices on that, Scott.
I appreciate that.
So
my business, you don't want to be known as a secret agent. So it's important to get your message out there, and if people want to be reminded of who you are, hopefully in a good way. And that's why we're here.
by the way, no, not to cut you off. Go ahead. You want to?
I was just going to say it's the top of the hour. So if you have to boogie, thank you for being here. And go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, I was just going to say that Betty did a testimonial video on Paul Levine. And that video has been seen something like 47, 50 times, maybe even, well, it's been seen quite a few times. So look, it's getting your brand out there. I think Paul might be sick today. I'm not sure, but I'll catch up with him later.
Paul's in the middle of closing some deals right now, Bob.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That's better than sick.
Yeah,
Well, I did a few testimonials, but I haven't followed up with you to see if those have been posted. I did 3, one for you, one for Phil, and one for Russell.
No, I need to know about those, because what we do is we'll take.
Well, I sent them to you.
Yeah, send them to me.
No, I already did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, like a couple of weeks ago.
Do me a favor, send it to mycityalerts@gmail.com.
Okay.
And we'll make sure that that gets into the YouTube channel.
Okay, perfect.
Good stuff.
Well, so good to see everyone. And welcome, Haas. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you. Derek, also you. Thank you so much.
Great meeting, everyone.
As always.
Yeah.